Vaughn, what are these guys doing to this car?
We are pinstriping Christy Edelbrock's custom Camaro here. This is Von Hot Rod's Pinstriping Circus, and we're coming to you live from the Edelbrock show, Revved Up for Kids. And let me tell you, I got 4 guys that are going to be pinstriping this thing, and the coolest thing ever is they're going to use 3 colors on this, and it is amazing to watch these guys. All freehand, going from one end to the next, nothing is pre-drawn, everything is freehand. Check it out.
I'm here with Amanda Martin. I'm Roger Martin, and we're at a special car show.
We're at the Revved Up for Kids car show here at Vic's Garage in Torrance, California.
Well, it's called the Revved for Kids, Edelbrock Revved for Kids, and it's an event that we started 7 years ago, and all proceeds go to a school in Torrance of taking kids with autism and problems and, helping them out.
I do see a lot of cars here today, and I'm wondering where do they all come from and what kind can we expect to see?
Well, they come from, as far north as Bay Area, probably as far east as Phoenix and places like that. It's amazing that people do with their cars and what they want to do, and there's people here from Bakersfield, San Diego. There is 18 to 19 million people from San Diego to Santa Barbara and inland here, so it's a great group to cater to, and their love affair of the automobile is at its highest, and it will be here a long, long, long time.
Visitors to the afternoon event got a close-up view of some famous pop culture classics like the Batmobile, the legendary car from the 1960s TV series Batman, which was designed by George Barris. Edelbrock's own priceless collection of four-wheelers finds a permanent home at Vic's Garage. Though it's not open to the public, visitors are welcome to wander the state-of-the-art showplace on this special day to marvel at the company's collection of street rods and classic cars. Now, when you were a teenager, what car were you in love with then?
Well, with the car I had, my first car was a 46 Ford convertible with a flathead in it, and my father let me hop it up for Christmas. And
was that a Model A or Model T or what?
No. That was a 1946 Ford convertible. That was the real thing for me to have my first car. I really enjoyed it.
Do we have cars that were painted other than black at that time?
My father used black quite a bit, and then when I got in it, and probably after he passed away, I got into red. So red is, as you see, is my color, and I have a lot of red cars.
Among the many features of the afternoon event are detailing demonstrations like this display of pinstriping, courtesy of Von Hot Rod's Pinstriping Circus. Give me an idea of what would qualify somebody to get into the business of pinstriping.
Geez, actually I was going to school to become a brain surgeon, found out there's no money in it, so I started pinstriping. It's just something amazing. I grew up in the industry. I was fascinated by color and just, picked up the brush, the wrong one, grabbed a can of paint, wrong can of paint. Somebody showed me this is the brush, this is the paint. And as soon as I did my first line, about 12 inches, I was hooked. I really love this stuff.
What are some of the other things other than cars that you pinstripe?
Well, the circus has kind of broadened its horizon. We do like high heel shoes, we do laptop computers, we do mixers, blenders, toasters, a little bit of anything. We always say if it's moving, if it stands still for a minute, we'll stripe it. If it moves, we'll tape it down and stripe it. So
I better move my microphone.
Exactly. We did one for Channel 7. We striped the mic, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say Channel 7.
Sure, you can say any channel you want.
Excellent.
A little encouragement. That means they're going to start putting it.
One of the most popular events involves a special competition where students from local high schools display their mechanical skills. Here, special teams disassemble and then reassemble an engine as they race the clock for the best time.
This is called Hot Rodders of Tomorrow Engine Challenge. We're in our 5th year, and this is so that we create some a competition at the automotive department. This is designed to keep kids in school, expand the automotive department, and create a talent pool for the aftermarket.
Now, this is not just something that happens, say, in the Los Angeles area, but around the country. Is that right?
That's correct. We currently have 8 locations this year. Next year we should have 10.
So do you hop around from one to the other?
Yes, we do. We normally drive a trailer all over. This is the first year we didn't bring our trailer because we're building another trailer here for the West Coast so we can cover more of the West Coast.
Now, who is it who is taking these engines apart and putting them back together?
They're high school students from the California area. All these teams competing is from the California area.
Do they get to practice? I mean,
yes, they do get to practice. Some teams buy parts. This is designed around a 350 Chevy because there's plenty of 350 Chevy motors out there that you can go. So it's based off an 86 and up small block prior to Vortex.
They work very fast. I can see that.
Yes. The one school unofficially just did 1911 today, and if that's true, that'll be the fastest we've ever had.
There we go. Horse fans, here we go. Make sure whatever you take off, you know where it is.
As the teams work together to disassemble their engines, some participants stand out among the crowd, including this rather unconventional participant from Calabasas High School. Now, tell me exactly what you were doing to and with that engine.
I tear down the oil pan, I pop out the pistons, I take off the air cleaner, I take off the carburetor, I take off the distributor, and I put it all back together, and then whatever else my team needs, I help.
This is not your first time doing this, is it?
No, this is my 2nd year, and then also, I come from a family with engines, and so I have a background with cars and stuff.
A family of engines.
Yeah, my grandfather started rebuilding engines back. He rebuilds like 34 Fords and all that stuff, and then my dad got into it, and then my brother got into it, and then I got into it.
So it looks like this is going to be your lifetime experience.
Yeah, gotta be a grease monkey.
Without the grease, I might add.
Gotta keep my nails clean.
Yeah, we saw you operating on that machinery. So you were taking apart specific things, and your team members were taking apart other things, I guess.
Yeah, that's well, I'm always under the engine because I'm the smallest one, and then my brother does one head, and then my other teammate does the other, and then one of our other teammates does the front of the engine, so we all got our little sections.
When do you find time to practice?
On the weekends, in between swimming, and because I'm on a swim team competitively, and then I also participate in other after-school activities. So every Saturday we try to compete, or we try to practice from like 9 to whatever time we can go to.
There's no limit to your talents, in other words.
No, got to keep it all angles. College is hard to get into nowadays, so this is going to help me.
In what way?
Well, it's definitely hard to find a girl who's like my size, and I also participate in pageants. So a girl who does pageants and rebuild engines can't get much better on a piece of paper for an application.
Gee, you could just crawl under the hood and we'll see you later.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be under there for hours fixing whatever I can get in.
You know, putting together a Rubik's Cube is just about the same idea.
Right. No, this is great. It's we create a lot of scholarship dollars for these students with our program. They accumulate as the year goes on, and they're allowed to max out at $25,000. So it's been a wonderful fairy tale.
Well, Edelbrock LLC is a company that's been here. We're going to enjoy our 75th anniversary next year in 013. Started by my father in 1938 with his 32 Roadster, which is inside that Vic's garage, and that's the original car. And he had a dream, and he started it that way. And you know, through the war and after the war, things started to happen. Today we're a company that does somewhere around 110, 115 million a year. We're in about 450,000 square feet. We have 2 foundries in San Ysidro, 60 miles from here, as well as what we've got here in Torrance. We employ about 450 people.
Needless to say, you've been busy.
We've been busy, and we made it through the last 4 or 5 years, which was a little tough around here. Everything is good, and the love affair of the automobile is still with us.